Guys, it is so hot out. The problem that Wrigley has is called head shakers. And the old lady look. We came up to the cabin for a few days, and it's been really cold. I'm still in a sweatshirt and it's almost lunchtime, but I'm not mad about it. It feels so good. It's supposed to be 107 when we get home, so I've had to close down a few of the trail rides because that's just pretty hot for horse and man alike, so we'll shut down a few of those. It's another beautiful day at our humble little cabin. We were going to have a campfire tonight. Campfires are not restricted, so that's cool. That's the lake. That's my phone telling me it needs my attention. It's been a pretty tough couple of weeks. I've had to put a couple of horses down. I knew I had to a while back, so this was just the actual, here, this was the date selected for it. So that has been just heavy on my heart for a few weeks, and now that it's done, it's quite an adjustment because 2 horses is a lot. That was 20% of our herd. And they were really special, but it was the right decision. I knew I needed to make to relieve them from their suffering. So, but that's the hard part of the job that nobody ever wants to talk about or acknowledge. So, and for good reason. It's brutal. Up here at the cabin, decompressing, doing a lot of writing, enjoying the sun that's now out, enjoying being cold because it's about to get hot back home. Happy 4th of July. Oh, it's like a war zone out here. It's not even dark yet. A lot of people ask how the horses do when the fireworks go off, so I thought I'd show you. I have babies. Oh yeah, here, I'll show you. There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah. All right, here's the crew in the middle of fireworks. Hi, guys. It's pretty much how it's been every year, I find. And we even have, new horses this year from last year. Actually, no, Pio was here last year as well. But we find that if you have 1 or 2 pretty chill horses in your crew and they're towards the top of the pecking order, then you'll probably do just fine. Here's Axel and Halo. They're nose to tail swatting flies out of each other's face. See how she's like got her face. Oh, and we have a disruption because Queen Bee's coming around. Hi. Hello. She says, Mom, you always scratch me. You always scratch me right there. Is that a good spot? It's a good one right there, and I love it. Oh, yes. The flies really chew on her right there. She also loves her udder scratch, so I'll stick my hand under her flank, and yes, she loves that. Oh, she said, more, please. Okay. And I scratch her belly. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff, huh? Yeah. Good girl. You're a tank. Hi, Wriggles. So when it gets hot out, the horses have these camps up here in the trees that they can hang out in. Hello? I can't get anything done with you guys around. And sometimes they'll go up there. For the most part, they just chill. They do as little as possible. And another, I can't get anything done with you guys around. They'll just chill out. Sometimes they'll lay in the sun, sometimes not. Sometimes they'll go up in the shade. Wrigley. Axel. Hey, buddy. Hey. I have a group today of 4 people, and so I need to take Wrigley out as the guide horse. I've been trying to avoid using her too much because it's been a struggle for her. I have a vet coming out Monday to have a look at her, and until then, I'll show you what I got. Squirty applesauce, antihistamine. The problem that Wrigley has is called head shakers, and what happens is if she's out in the sun and exercising, even just a simple walk when I'm riding her, she'll start flicking her head. It's kind of this involuntary thing, and as near as I can figure out, it's a hypersensitive nerve, the trigeminal nerve, I believe, that goes down her face and nose, so it becomes super sensitized. It's very painful for her. She flips her head. She can be dangerous to ride at times just because she will flip her head so hard that she loses her balance. And so what we've had to do is cut back to where we're only taking 3 guests out and using one of our guest horses as a guide horse. This is not optimal. But it's just absolute torture for her. Now, Wrigley loves to go out. She gets really bothered if I don't take her out with me. So there's also that fine line of her quality of life where she loves to be ridden. She loves to be part of the action. She's a boss lady and she knows it. And, we're really tight. So we will use her once or twice, maybe, if we have to. I've been blocking out rides or spots until I can figure out what will best help her, and then we can do take more people. But until then, we just have to do the 3. Combine that with the weather. My gosh. It's going to be like 110 in a couple of days, just absolutely hotter than heck. And we won't take the horses out in that. I won't take people out in that. So I don't take the wagon out. I don't take any of the horses out. The horses, they do okay. They don't love it. But the humans don't do well at all. And we're totally exposed out there in the vineyards. There is no shade and often no breeze. So it can really, you have no reprieve if somebody starts to kind of circle the drain, so to speak, go into heat stroke or something. For the horses in the heat, they have shade, they have plenty of water, and they have salt licks, mineral licks. And that's it. I've tried turning on sprinklers in a little patch where they could kind of go in and out as they wanted. They won't have anything to do with it. Even the horses that like water won't have it. They sunbathe or they stand in the shade. So a great lesson and sad lesson for me, one I really regret, was believing that certain behaviors are behavioral and a naughty horse instead of pain. That's really common, and I'm, grew up in a time where if a horse didn't fit this exact mold, they were misbehaving. Now, Wrigley has taught me otherwise. I have to mix up Wrigley's meds, applesauce in a squirty pouch, awesome, and antihistamine I'm gonna give her 75 milligrams. I gotta check this. The problem with being my age is how often I need my glasses. So fun fact, I keep glasses on a chain around my neck because I'm 8,000 years old and I'll lose them. However, that means that my neck is actually green from this chain. And somebody was like, just put them on, get a beaded chain. Well, I had one and it broke. And so here we are, rocking the old lady look. This is experimental. What typically happens with poor Wrigley is we'll try something. It'll help for about either a few minutes or maybe even a couple of days, and then we're just right back to square one. This poor girl. It really breaks my heart. Drop my pill. So yeah, I just stick them in the top here. And she loves the applesauce. She's really good about everything. She's just the most awesome girl. But I'll cram these in here, give it a good squirt, and Bob is your uncle, as they say. She'll eat the whole thing, so even if I don't get the whole dose in her on the first squirt, she'll still get it all eventually. Wrigley is dosed. She took it like a champ, like she always does. I'm gonna finish getting them tacked up and get ready for our trail ride. Good girl. Man, I hope it helps her. I'll get video of her on this ride. Maybe I can show you. This is Wrigley's typical riding setup when I very first started trying to address the head shaker problem. It doesn't help as much as you might hope. So you can see when we're just standing here, she's not bothered. She's not bothered by anything except her desire to be with the rest of the horses instead of fooling around with me. Yeah. But so this is her typical setup, and this is what I was riding her in today when I videoed her shaking her head. Hi, sweetie. Okay. So I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to ride Wrigley bareback and without a halter to demonstrate her head shakers. She starts getting really uncomfortable to ride. Oh, geez. Oh, God. This is not super comfortable bareback, but probably not comfortable for her either. Good girl. No. Just walk. I know, sweetie. And the neck sweats start. Oh, jeez. Hey. Just walk it out. Oh, God. Yeah. Not awesome. Okay, buddy. All right, I gotta stop. Even leading her, so I'm not on her back. All that's on her back is that bareback pad. She's flipping her nose and pretty uncomfortable. Yeah. Sorry, bud. Let's go into the studio. We're in the studio. Tomorrow is a farmer's market and a couple of classes. I need to pack up for the farmer's market, prep for the classes, which isn't that hard. And then I had a few little projects I was working on in here, so I'll show you what those are. That's the soap making section. I have some soaps that I need to wrap today. These beautiful lilac bars will get wrapped. These plain white ones, some silvery ones, and then this bar that I made for a special event we're coming up with goodie bags. We'll get those wrapped. And I have a bunch more soap I need to make, so I'm going to work on that. Just lots of restocking today and prepping for hat class. So those are the hats that I currently have for hat class. And I just ordered about 100 more in a bunch of different colors and some different styles. That's kind of the hat burning corner where I cram everything. Bunch of cards. I need to get some more cards labeled and ready to go. This is the postcard subscription area where you can sign up for a postcard subscription and you get 3 or 5 a month with postage. We have Cowgirl Camp coming up, so I am curing these little horse head bars. Same colors. I didn't do butterflies, but I really like the white horse in the clay. And you can see how around the edges of his head it's starting to change color and kind of turn white. So that's going to be super cute when it's done. And then we've got some tea and the little tea bar. Saturday morning, time to pack up for the farmer's market. Guys, it is so hot out. The forecast for the next 3 weeks basically is right around 100 to 110 degrees during the day. Around here, that means it might cool down to maybe the 90s at night. Fingers crossed. So what's that mean for the horses and for us? That means that we don't do any trail rides. Kind of. So what I'm doing this year is I'm going to set up some trail rides for 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. That's the cooler part of the day that doesn't require that I'm out at 6 a.m. doing trail rides, because that just won't happen. They have unlimited water, so of course all the animals do, with automatic waterers and stuff like that. You guys, honestly. So the problem is I come out here when the flies are really bad. There's midges that come out in the evenings, and I scratch these guys on their chest and I apply fly spray. Well, that's turned them into these massive lap horses, and I don't love it, but it's fine. I created it, I can undo it. Anyway, horses are not great at shedding heat. So while they can stand around out here when it's quite warm, you know, when we work them, especially with the older ones, it can be quite a struggle for them. So I just don't like to be working out here with them when it's hot. It's not safe. It's not great. Hey, guys, don't be picking fights while I'm here. You'll get me squished, you ding-dong. So what do we do instead? We'll offer classes in the studio, or I'll clean house. I ordered a whole bunch of hats in different sizes and stuff to offer more classes, maybe to burn some and sell them pre-decorated. I'm gonna go in the studio and get a bit of work done in there.